Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning on in to our Valley News Now desk this morning. I'm going to give you a peek at our sky cam here, our Corwin Auto sky cam over Fargo-Moorhead area. Traffic moving over on the interstate there, but we are off to a pretty gloomy morning. We had a few storms throughout the valley last night, and guess what? We're watching for more storms Friday night, tonight, and as well as this weekend. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on the Valley News Now desk. My name is Alex Larson. So first and foremost, I know what everybody's wondering. You want to know what's going on outside. Okay, well, I'm going to show you. Give me 1 second to get my computer pulled up here. And I'm going to take you on over to our Valley News Live homepage. Here I am on the homepage. I'm going to hop on over to our weather tab. And we're sitting at 66 in Fargo right now, partly cloudy. You can see that on that sky cam. We're going to hop all the way up to 79. That's going to peak at around 3 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to stay sunny, cloudy, Then check this out. Mix of sun and clouds, night, highs near 80, late night storm chance. Sorry, I was having trouble reading that. Mix of sun and clouds, highs near 80. Late night rain chance. That's the same for tomorrow as well. So tomorrow afternoon, that's your weather headline there. I'm going to hop on over to our 11-day planner and check that out. You can see those rain chances pretty much until Monday. We've got those going on. Then they'll come back next week, Thursday. Check that out. We've got a 69-degree weather on Sunday. Next Sunday, not this Sunday. We're sitting at 74, it looks like, for forecasted for our high. And it looks like this is bad news for me to continue a cooler trend. I like the warm weather. Let me know what weather you're liking in the comments. But we've got staying pretty consistent in those upper 70s, low 80s for next week. But I'm worried about the weekend, okay? Saturday, we're looking at 80 degrees, low of 60. Sunday, 74, low of 64. So a lot going on outside. Remember, our First Alert Storm team works very hard to keep you updated, in the know with everything you need to know that's going on outside your front door. And it's a great idea to download that VNN weather app so they can keep you weather aware, weather prepared for anything that these next few days may bring. It's free in the App Store, easy to use. You just got to download it, and that radar will follow you wherever you may go. Moving on to our news portion of this segment, I'm talking about our continuing coverage of the Cass County jail drama between the city of Fargo as well as Cass County. So on Wednesday, if you remember, a county commissioner suggested they stop taking Fargo inmates altogether and tell them to build their own jail if the city does not agree to a new contract. So here's the issue here. Here are some of the alleged sticking points that Sheriff Jesse Johnner said, okay? County wants to raise the price it charges the city for inmates who have only broken city ordinances. That's what the city pays for, from $85. That's been the price since 2008. They want to raise it to $120. By the way, we did use an inflation calculator, and we found $85 in 2008 actually equates to $127 today. City also wants the county to handle ITV court. That's taking inmates to virtual court appearances. City also wants the county to store inmate property. That's the things they have on them when they are arrested. So yesterday, Sheriff Jesse Johnner was on Flag Family Media's The Jay Thomas Show, and he reiterated that third point as not just an inconvenience, but also a safety issue. Let's take a listen.
We have had, on occasion, and this has just been with the city of Fargo, we have not had this issue with West Fargo or the Highway Patrol or BCI. We have had, on occasion, from the city of Fargo, some people bring in a dresser full of clothes with their arrestee and a TV.
Oh.
And on two separate occasions, 2 loaded firearms and an explosive device that we needed to call the bomb squad out to disrupt, and it was a live device that went off.
So Johnner also explained that because they're going through all this extra property, their searches are also less thorough than they should be, making it less safe. And if you're like us, your ears perked up when Sheriff Johnner said someone brought a dresser and a TV to jail. He didn't say what that person was charged with, but he has said that has been an issue with people who break Fargo-specific ordinances. So what type of ordinance is Fargo-specific? That a person would want to bring large possessions with them to jail, like a TV or a dresser full of clothes. So it could be the camping ban. That prevents homeless people from camping on Fargo property, and we do not have this confirmed. However, we are scheduled to speak with Sheriff Johnner later today. We'll, as always, keep you updated as we continue to learn more on that situation. So we did also reach out to Fargo city officials, including Mayor Tim Mahoney and commissioners, as well as Police Chief Dave Zabolski. Through the Public Information Office, we did that, but we have not yet heard back. We did get a statement, though, from City Administrator Michael Redlinger. I'm going to pull that quote up for you here. All right, let me pull this up for you here. I'm going to share my screen with you. Here's the quote from City Administrator Michael Redlinger. I'm going to highlight it, okay? The City of Fargo is continuing to work with Cass County government on jail contract negotiations. Inmate property storage had been a discussion point in these conversations, as well as employee health and safety issues for Fargo Police Department staff operating within the jail. The city is agreeable to the proposed rate and desires to work towards a collaborative resolution on these matters, end quote. Now, again, one more time, we will keep you updated on this story. Again, we are speaking to Sheriff Jesse Johnner later today to learn more on that situation, and we'll keep you up to date online, on air, on that VNN News app. However you choose to get your news, we will keep you in the loop. Moving on, a grand jury in Minnesota has indicted Vance Belter. So if you remember, this is the man who's the suspected shooter in the Minnesota lawmaker shootings. A grand jury indicting him on charges including 2 counts of premeditated murder for the June 14th killing of Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark.
When Bolter returns to state custody, we will be prepared to prosecute him, to hold him accountable to our community. We will do everything in our power to ensure that he is never able to hurt anyone again.
So earlier this month, Belter pleaded not guilty, to federal charges. He's pleading not guilty. That's another story we've been following pretty closely for you here at Valley News Live. You can find all that coverage over on our website, valleynewslive.com, or the free VNN News app. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announcing that emergency assistance has been authorized for areas of northwest and west central Minnesota after damage from severe storms back in June. So Governor Walz said, in part, he was talking about Minnesota committed to supporting communities in northwest and west central Minnesota as they recover from June storms, which brought hurricane-force winds, severe flooding, and widespread damage. As we previously reported, that storm caused about $8.2 million in damages. I'm showing you a video from the Bemidji area here, okay? This $8.2 million in damages in Bemidji alone. You can see that happening right there. An estimated 9 million trees were lost. They did miss out on qualifying for FEMA relief by $800,000. And cars lined up outside the South Fargo Family Fair to support a member of our community. So that's for the annual Davies Booster Eagle Club Car Wash and Bake Sale fundraiser. Once a year, the club chooses a community member in need of financial and emotional support. This year's fundraiser is dedicated to longtime community member Dean Vetter. Dean's active lifestyle took a sudden turn when a bike accident left him paralyzed. He's unable to move his arms or legs.
He just is just such a nice guy. I mean, I think if you needed something in the neighborhood, he'd have it for you. He'd help you do whatever, outdoor activity or project.
All proceeds are going to Vetter's recovery efforts. He's now headed to Colorado to begin his path to recovery. And football season right around the corner. It's coming up really soon, huh? New year means new faces and better connections as well. NDSU backup quarterback Nathan Hayes gives us a little insight of the connection the Bison are fostering this season.
Off the field, it's really cool having that friendship and that bond that translates to on the field, where we're just happy to see each other succeed. And so if he has a good play, I'm going to be his biggest fan. And if I have a good play, he's going to be my biggest fan. So it's really exciting to know that we both have each other's backs no matter what.
NDSU's first game is at the Citadel. That's happening on August 30th. Very exciting news. They are ready for football to get back in action. Well, that's about all I got for you here on this Friday morning. Remember, we've got more storm chances tonight. Make sure you're keeping track of that on your VNN weather app or online on air. However you choose to do that, our First Alert Storm team can keep you posted on the latest happenings there to know if it's going to hit your area where you're at. We've got a lot going on today, so we'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. If you are heading out the door, I hope you have a great Friday and an even better weekend. I will see you next week.